Hello all, my name is Hitesh Damani and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today I'm back with another SQL interview question. This question had been asked in Microsoft for the position of data analytics. If you have a good understanding of data, you won't find this a difficult one. So make sure you watch the video till end and please subscribe to the channel if not already done yet. So we had been given like these three tables as we can see. The very first table is like MS user dimension, right? Which contains like user ID and account ID level details. Apart from that, like we had been given this second table, which is like MS download facts. In this particular table, basically we had been given like date wise, like user download level information. So basically, let's say if a particular user had made downloads on a specific date, so that kind of information is getting captured in this second table, right? Apart from this, like we have this third table as well, which is like MS account dimension, which contains like account level details, right? So basically which account ID, in which account ID basically a customer is a paying customer on a non-paying customer. This particular column denotes that, right? So let me just quickly walk you through with the problem statement then, and like we will see like what will be the approach of solving this particular problem. So like along with these three tables, like what is the problem statement with us? So basically we have to find total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers or like non-paying users by date, right? So as we can see, basically in this second table, we have like date wise downloads, right? At a user level, right? Now, basically, what is asked in this particular question, we have to find date wise, like paying and non paying downloads, right? So, as we can see, like download level, like number of downloads, like or information with respect to download is available in the second table, right? Apart from that like paying and non-paying information is available in this third table, right? And we have like user and account level information in this first table, right? So basically in this particular question, what we have to do, we have to basically interconnect these like three tables all together, like for solving this particular problem, right? So as we can see, basically like first particular table, right, which is at a user and account level, this contains the metadata, right, or the master level of data for like user and account, right? So basically whatever account is associated with like which user ID, this particular table contains that particular information, right? So we can assume this table as a base table, right? And basis that like we will keep on like joining these tables to get the like required information, right? So for that, let me just quickly copy all of these tables, right? And we will start like our solution from here. So we can do join on this particular table, which is the base table, right? And like we can do any type of join, right? So any type of join means like we can do either inner join or left join, right? But since we are like keeping this as a base table, so I would prefer like we should do left join on top of this, right? So let me just quickly do left join on this. So I'm doing left join, right? On this, I'm giving it alias as like MDF, right? And this we can give alias as MUD, right? On what? So if as we can see, basically between this table and this table, user ID is the common key, right? So on MUD dot user ID, we can do. Just give me a second. It should be user ID, right? Equal to MDF dot user ID again, right? So, and so this is done. And for this also, we should do on left join on what? We can give it as alias as MAD, right? On what? So basically, as we can see, like since this is our base table, so between this and the third table, what is the common key? Account ID is the common key, as we can see, right? So I'm joining it on MUD dot account ID is equal to, I think over here we should remove on, right? Is equal to MAD dot account ID, right? So as soon as we will run this particular query, we will get the whole set of details like in a single table itself. So let me just quickly run this. So as you can see, we got like user ID, account ID, date, user ID. Again, we got user ID from the second table, download information of downloads, account ID, and the paying customer. Right now, like after that, like what information we have to extract basically? We need like paying and non-paying users, right? So as we can see, like we got this flag over here, like which denotes like paying customer or a non-paying customer, right? So basically what we have to do, we have to get the downloads of like paying and non-paying customers, right? So in order to like segregate paying and non-paying customers from this flag, we can use case when statement, right? So I'm using case when over here. So case when, right? Case when paying customer is equal to 0, right? Then it should be like it should take downloads value over here, because we have to take uh, like number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers, right? So for paying customer, if we are having 0, then we have to take downloads, right? uh, and as what it will give, so basically if it is 0, so it is like non-paying customer, so and as non-paying, right? Similarly, for paying customers, we have to take, if paying customer is equal to 1, we have to take downloads again, right? And that will be a paying customer, right? So basically what these two lines will give us, basically wherever it's 0, right? So it will create a column, right? Which will give us like downloads value, right? So wherever it's 0, it will basically fetch this download value, and it will basically create a additional column over here, right? Now the requirement is basically we have to take like number of downloads, right? Or we have to basically count the number of downloads or add the number of downloads, I would say, right? So for that, can I say this thing? This particular line of code will give me the number of downloads, right? Similarly, this particular line of code uh, will give me the number of downloads for paying customers, right? Similarly, this will give for non-paying customers, right? So since I will get a number from this, as well as I will get a number from this, can I say this thing? If I will sum this up, probably I will get the total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers, right? So in order to do this, what I am doing is I'm using sum function over here, right? Similarly, I will use sum function over here, right? So like, let me just quickly repeat it once again. So what I'm doing over here is like, since this piece of code will create a additional column with download value of non-paying customers, as well as like this piece of code will create an additional column with download values of paying customers, right? So now what we have to do, we have to like add total number of downloads for paying and non-paying customers, right? So in order to add that, we will do summation of this piece of code and summation of this piece of code, right? Now since we are doing sum, so we have to take like basically, like since we are doing a aggregation function, so we have to basically to do that on the basis of a single column, right? So like, since in this particular column, like question, we have to basically get that particular information at a day level, right? So what I'm doing over here is I am selecting date, right? And on the basis of date, since we are doing aggregation function over here, so I will do group by, right? So along with this, I will do group by, right, date, right? So let me just quickly run this query and we'll show you how our query will look like. So as we can see, basically on the date level, we are getting non-paying and paying customers, like on non-paying or paying users download, right? So now, like in addition to this, what it had been asked in this particular question, we have to include only those records where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers, right? So I think like now this had became easy. This will become my inner query, and from this I have to only fetch those like records where non-paying downloads are more than paying downloads, right? Like as per this particular question, we have to fetch that only, like non-paying customers have more downloads than the paying customers, right? So this will be my inner query. I am selecting everything from this, right? I will use order by as well, since we have to order it up. So I'm using order by date as well, one more additional parameter, right? And after this, what I will do, I will use where condition. So where non-paying customers, right? So where non-paying is more than paying, right? So wherever it's like non-paying is more than paying, it will give me only like those records. And yeah, so let me just quickly run this particular query and we'll show you how it will look like. Seems, oh, I see. Or let me just do it, remove this, and probably I will use it over here. Order by date. Okay, so let me just quickly run this particular query and we'll show you how it will look like. So as we can see, basically at a date level, I should use descending over here, right? So at a date level, we can see like basically like whichever record was is having non-paying records greater than paying records, we are basically I think like this is this I have to reverse, right? So basically, let me just quickly run this once again. Yeah. So now this is correct, right? So basically, wherever it's like non-paying downloads are more than paying downloads, we are getting only those records, that too at a date level, right? So yeah, I think like this is the solution for this particular problem statement. If you are having a deepest knowledge of data, you won't find this like really difficult, right? So yeah, that's all from my side. Hope you got to learn something new today. Thank you one and all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.